All right, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Power, and today I want to talk about Arnold Schwarzenegger's son, Joseph Baena. He posted a new physique update video today on his Instagram page, emulating some very classic poses of his father. Now, the poses that he's hitting in this video, specifically, all are poses with a vacuum incorporated into the pose. Now, a vacuum pose is when you suck in your abdominal muscles and create kind of that flat vacuum look. And that was a trademark pose of his father, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and of course the golden era of bodybuilding back in the day. That was essentially the signature pose of an old school bodybuilder. And I do know, I've talked to Joe a couple of times, he does want to compete, and he wants to compete in the classic physique category, which is a category created specifically to harken back to those old school days of bodybuilding. And I also know that Joseph is a natural bodybuilder, meaning he doesn't use any performance enhancing drugs, which is not the route his father took. So what we're seeing from Joseph here in his early 20s, a couple years into serious training now, is almost a natural version of Arnold Schwarzenegger, because he is, he has his father's genetics, but he's doing it and he's training naturally. So a question that was never really answered with Arnold is, how would he look if he never took any of that stuff and trained naturally? How far would Arnold's genetics have carried him as a natural bodybuilder? And we kind of get to see that with Joseph. Now, I don't know when his first bodybuilding competition is going to be. It likely won't be with the NPC, because the NPC doesn't really have many drug-tested shows anymore. He's probably going to go with a federation or an organization that strictly drug tests the shows to make sure himself and his competitors are natural and pass the drug test. And if you look back at Joe's Instagram, you can see a lot of different training videos, a lot of different posing videos, some of which are emulating his father, some of which are not. And you can really see the progress that he's been making over the past couple months and the past couple years, really getting into serious preparation for a competition. And if you look back at some of the more famous posing scenes of Arnold Schwarzenegger from Pumping Iron, from the 1975 Mr. Olympia, you can see some really striking similarities between him and Joseph, not only in their posing choice, but you can see certain elements that Schwarzenegger passed on to his son as far as the shape, the structure of the physique, certain genetic elements and similarities that you can see between the two. Obviously, they're not going to be the same size because, like I mentioned, Joseph is natural. But it's going to be interesting to watch how far Joseph can really push his physique and how close he can get to resembling how Arnold looked back in the 70s, back in the golden era of bodybuilding. But the cool thing, again, I think about Joseph is the fact that he is doing it naturally. And it's going to give us kind of just this interesting insight as to what Arnold might have looked like if he competed as a natural bodybuilder. And personally, I think Joseph has a really impressive physique, considering the fact that he's in his early 20s. He's doing it naturally, and the fact that he's only been doing it for a few years and has not yet competed. And I really look forward to following his bodybuilding / classic physique journey. And I will keep you guys updated on this channel, with more physique updates of Joseph when he announces his first show. So make sure you subscribe to this channel if you have not already for more interesting bodybuilding videos. Give the video a thumbs up and a share if you found it interesting. Leave a comment down below. As always, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Nick Strength and Power, signing out.